is second segment, I guess. Today, we're going to do chicken pot pie, and for dessert, we're going to do a peanut butter pie, which used to be Rick and Randy's favorite. Hopefully, still is. But first, we got to do a little beer. Okay, to start up chicken pot pie, these are pretty large. Let's see that pie plate. I'm going to for today, I'm going to cut these in strips. You can cook this whole, but to save time, I'm going to cut these in strips and then cook them. And then when they're done, I'll dice the strips up. This obviously is for the chicken pot pie and not the peanut butter pie. All right, I'm gonna do 2 of these breasts, just to cut them in strips, like I said, just to so they cook a little bit faster today. Okay, and we're going to, I don't cook a lot with just water because the broth has got more flavor. So we're gonna put some chicken broth in here, enough to cover them. And I'm going to add a little bit. This is better than bouillon paste, and I swear by it. You put in just maybe a tablespoon. But you don't add salt to this water now because this stuff is quite salty. So you don't want to add any more salt until later you taste the broth if you think it needs more salt to add it. Okay, I'm gonna put that on. Okay, we're gonna do, while that chicken is cooking, I'm gonna put this pudding on because I want that to cool a little bit while I'm mixing up the other dish. So, okay, which one? Okay, I'm just gonna cook this pudding so that it will cool a little bit before I need it. That's about it. I'm just waiting. Okay, I've got the pudding done. I'm just gonna let it sit here and cool. That's for the dessert. Checking the chicken, and it looks like that's done enough. I'm going to turn that off, and I gotta let that cool just a little. Whoops, I gotta have a plate, a paper plate. Whew, that's a little bit warm. Okay, we're gonna let this cool just so I can handle it and dice it up here in just a few minutes. So now it's time for a beer and a cigarette break, maybe a potty break. the chicken broth out, and I'm gonna add the rest of this broth, the diced potatoes, and the onion and celery. And I'm gonna throw in the vegetables as well and let those cook a little while. Until they get tender. Okay, we'll just let that go for a little bit till they get a little bit tender, and I'm gonna dice the chicken up. Should be cool enough by now. Stir that pudding a little bit. Kind of gets a scum on it, so you want to stir it every once in a while.
Scummy pudding.
Yeah, scummy pudding. Okay, while the vegetables are cooking in that broth, I'm going to start on the rest of the pie after a drink. Gotta keep up with that beer a little bit. Ashley bought a good brand of peanut butter this time. Bless her heart, she's usually cheap on stuff. All right, there's no certain amount of peanut butter, but approximately a cup. There again, matter of taste. So I'm going to stir that into that warm pudding. I should have done this as soon as it was done, actually, and I forgot. But pudding's still warm, so. I hope Rick and Randy remember this peanut butter pie. They were pretty little when I used to make this, but they always liked it. Okay, mixed enough. I'm gonna put it in the shell. And then we're gonna let this cool a little bit before we put Cool Whip on it. And that's just about all there is to that. Pretty simple. Only take about 3 beers for both these dishes. That's kind of how I figure stuff. Hope this turns out as good as it used to years ago. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to put this in the fridge and let it chill down for a few minutes while the vegetables are finishing up. Okay, we're going to add chicken in to the vegetables because they're cooked and done. This just has to warm up. And I got chicken, this packets of chicken gravy that I'm gonna put in here. You just, according to how much you got, how much you put in, just till it gets thick. These are really easy desserts, but the more you drink, the harder they get sometimes. So you gotta pay attention to that.
This is a dessert?
No, this is not a dessert. I said these dishes are simple unless you drink too much.
I think we're there, folks.
Okay, that's about right. Okay. Now we're going to get a pie crust. This is bought pie crust, by the way. My favorite pie crust is what other people make or bought. Because you can make homemade, but I don't care to mess with it. And for the younger ones that don't cook, this is the simplest way to do it. Okay, put this in. See how much will fit. All right, we got a little too much. That's all right. The other one will flop on top. And then you have to pinch the two of them together. Okay. This kind of seals it so the juice don't come out over the edges in the oven, hopefully. Okay, I put a few slits in the top of this just for the steam to come out. Just gonna go in the oven and I'll tell you how long it takes when it's done. Okay. Pot pie's in the oven. Pie's fairly cool, so we're just gonna put this Cool Whip on. See, now this hasn't taken too long. I just opened my third beer. Well, not quite yet. We better stop this for a minute. Yep. Like I said, 3-beer dish. Well, third one here anyway. Don't have to be pretty. I wish Rick and Randy was here to try this, see if they still liked it. Okay. That goes back in the refrigerator. And now we just wait for the pot pie to see how that turns out. Okay, we're all set, I think. I want to take a look at this bottom crust. This looks like it's pretty good. Okay. And that was how long, Ashley?
About 45 minutes.
Okay. That should do it. Everything is off. And we're going to take the pie out. Set that up here. That is supper tonight. 3 beers and done. Eat up, people.